Hello, hello. So we're live and we're going to talk about being married 19 years and counting. And I am here with my husband, Greg. Say hey, Greg. So, I am so grateful to God that we have been married 19 years consistently, have not, by the grace of God, been apart since the day that we met. We actually met in 1994, and we dated for 5 years before we got married. So, in if you count all those years, we actually been together 24 years, which is over half my life. This man raised me. You hear me? And so, in being married this long, and there's some people that's been knowing us ever since we've been together, a lot of times we get questions and people just assume things, and it's so funny. And so I just decided that we would go live to talk about it today. Some of the commonly asked questions or things that people may want to know about the married life. So we have a lot of people that say, what is the most important thing about being married? What you think? What's the most important thing? Well, the most important thing that keeps us together
is love.
Yeah, I would say love. I would also say communication is very, 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 very important. And with each year, you learn something new, and you have to be willing to grow together and know each other. Just imagine, I was 15 years old when I met Greg. So of course, the young teen that I was is not the same woman that I am now. It took some growth and development and experience. When you say,
yes,
Greg is gonna be quiet, but at the same time, he's on here. Oh, I had that thing. I was trying to turn it sideways, but it's locked, so y'all can make sure y'all get a full picture. As you can see, I'm more talkative one in the bunch, but a lot of my wisdom comes from Greg. When we're together and it's just me and him, he has a whole lot to say, and then I'm the one that just kind of puts it out there because, like I said, I'm the most outgoing one, outspoken one, but a lot of my wisdom, a lot of things that I have learned from being a young girl to now a woman, I have learned through his guidance and through his wisdom and understanding, and has kept us grounded in all things. And so one of the things that we are often asked is, how do you stay together this long? And like Greg said, through love and I think communication. But you just have to understand that didn't just like happen overnight. Like I said, with each year, you're forever learning, you're forever growing, you're forever, through adversities, challenges, weaknesses, temptation, through a lot of things, you just learn to stay together, and that you will grow in love and in understanding. And just like I said, with years and years comes growth and development for the better. And so I just wanted to try this live thing out on YouTube, which is totally different, I know, from Facebook, because I know you can see the comments as they roll up when you do live on Facebook. But definitely want to do this. But like I said, some of the typical questions people ask and is like, what makes it work? How did y'all stay together so long? Just to give you a tad bit, like I said, I met Greg when I was 15. He actually had seen me before I seen him previously a couple of times. The first time I said something to him was actually my first time seeing him, for real. And he was walking, and I was like, hey, because like I said, I'm outgoing. What's your name? So he said Greg, and that began our friendship, which turned into relationship, which turned into marriage. So one thing that I would say to people that know what you want, even as a young girl, I knew that I wanted a husband, and I stuck to that. I wanted a family, especially from some things that I had experienced growing up as a child. I always knew that I wanted to have a family. And so, like I said, this is totally different from going live on Facebook. I was, but I definitely want to try this out just to see how you operate the live on YouTube to make a live video. And I'm trying to think of some things that people would ask if they had an opportunity, and I could see it scrolling up. We have 5 children, ages 18, 16, as you see, I almost forgot, 16, 15, 13, and 11, which added to our years of being together, because with kids, they always have something going on which keeps you entertained, and you always have something to talk about because they have 5 different personalities. So I can say that's another thing, being grounded as parents and understanding and knowing that you have someone else that's watching you. So you want to make sure that you are a great example of what marriage looks like and what a mom and dad should look like, because you have young kids watching you. Excuse me. And so, Greg, you want to say anything? He's not talking. What I want you to say. I'm the talker, y'all. So, but like I said, just want to say that the key things to a successful marriage, 19 and counting, is communication for one. Keeping other people out of your business, discussing amongst each other, knowing that each one of you are human, and always being able to talk to each other. Don't assume anything. Don't never assume anything. Don't ever assume that your spouse is going to think the same way you think, because you are not the same person. And so don't assume anything. In order for the magic to work, you have to always be concerned about how the other person is feeling, because you can think that you're giving it 100, but it may only be 70% to them. So it's good to ask them how they're feeling, what they think, and consider their feelings as well. A lot of compromise. You're not going to always agree on everything, but somebody has to be the bigger person and say, you know what, I see it your way, and we'll do it like this time, and then next time we'll do it the other way. So that is very important. Make sure that you're satisfying your spouse sexually. You can't think that you can go 3 weeks and haven't given your husband some, or giving your wife some, and think that's going to make a successful marriage. You got to keep each other satisfied, keep it spicy, keep it hot, have fun, enjoy that just as much as you enjoy everything else. You got to enjoy the bedroom, make it fun, be adventurous, have fun, enjoy it. That is a very important part of being married to 19 years and counting, because I can say it, I still get the same satisfaction I did when we first started out. So that's very important. A lot of people don't think about that. No matter how tired you are, ladies, hey, you can make that thing work now. And so let me see what else I would say. When it comes to the kids, I always discuss the final solution, because kids will play. They're going to ask dad or something, then come back and ask your mom or something. I remember when Grace first got her nails done, and she told me, my daddy said I get my nails done. And see, Greg had given her the money, so I thought that she could actually get her nails done. I didn't question it because she said my daddy said it, which I should have gone to him to see what he said. And, he thought she was just getting her nails painted. And so she ended up getting her first full set at the age of 12. So it's good to discuss certain things, especially the things that are big amongst each other, when the kids come tell you something, because they will play the parents out. I'm just saying, because they know, like, if daddy said it, then mama going to go along with it. And if I tell daddy, mama said it, he's going to go along with it. I'm trying to think of something else that's key. I would say just have fun with each other. Understand that you are each other's best friend. That's very important. Other people will try to be your best friend, but you have to know that your spouse is your best friend. Like, your spouse should be able to come to you and communicate with you about anything, whether it be other men, women, boys, girls, whatever it's about. You discuss it with your spouse. Let it go through your spouse. I had to learn that. Learn that, everybody don't have good intentions. Some people have motives behind getting close to you, getting next to you. You know what I'm saying? In every aspect. So make sure that your spouse know everything that you're a part of and what you're doing. Because, like, I'm very outgoing and friendly and talkative, and my husband is very observant. And so, with him being very observant, he sees things that I may miss because I'm not even looking at it from that aspect. So, that's important. I'm trying to think of something else. But like I said, this is just something I want to try. I want to try the live on YouTube just to see how it goes. Pray together. Make sure you take time to listen to your spouse. I can say that I have learned a whole lot by listening to my spouse, and in hopes, because he's very observant, I know he listens to me as well. So he don't talk that much. He cute though, y'all. He don't talk that much in front of people, but he has a lot to say, and has great wisdom behind closed doors. Hey, he cute. Yeah, he cute. But one day when the Lord used him and he come with a mighty rushing wind and say some stuff, child, let me tell y'all, the world ain't gonna need to be ready, because this man got so much wisdom. But another thing I would say, let your spouse be who they are. Don't try to dictate to who you think they should be. Let them be who they are. And if you don't agree with who they are, then you can just give suggestions or make your remarks. But you always want to allow people to be who they are. And I think they even go for your kids. Let your kids learn who your kids are, because they're not going to be exactly who you want them to be, because they are different than you are. But again, I just want to try this YouTube thing out. Nothing big, nothing major. Didn't even get a chance to research to see how it goes, but definitely want to go live on here just to test it out. 19 years of marriage and counting. Congratulations to us for making it. 19 more and more and more and more and more and more to go. Looking forward to year 20. Have a great night.